Fajim Medicare Foundation is a non-governmental, non-political organization founded in 2018 to improve the health status of the underserved communities in Nigeria. This is done through health education, screening, for early detection of diseases and promotion of preventing healthcare programs. With a slogan, "Hand in hand, together we can," captures the belief of joining hands with different communities to achieve improved health status. In just about a year in existence, Fajim Medicare Foundation has been able to actualize this with several outreach programs. With such modest achievements, there was a need for a public launch and award of scholarship to deserving medical students. The event started promptly as scheduled, with Jamal Sheath taking charge as the master of ceremony, introducing guests to the high table. The national anthem and prayer further endorsed the formal commencement of the event, which was swiftly followed with a welcome address by Jamil Abdulkarim, the chairman, Fajim Board of Trustees.
I want to welcome you to this memorable event, which is taking place barely 1 year after official registration of Fajim Medicare Foundation. The foundation was an idea mooted by my wife, whose passion has always been contributing towards improved health of our community, particularly the underprivileged and the underserved. She has informally done this by giving health education in various forms to several groups, as well as in the media. We therefore decided to support her to formalize the effort to have greater impact. We believe that due process of registration, constitution of the various organs should precede any formal activity of the foundation, because what is worth doing at all is worth doing well. Therefore, registration was completed with issuance of CAC certificate last year, precisely on 21st of May 2018. This was followed by a meeting of the Board of Trustees in December 2018, during which the Constitution was reviewed and other organs of the foundation were constituted. As will be briefed in the course of this engagement, the foundation is aimed at improving the health status of the underserved community in Nigeria with three main areas of focus. One, health education with emphasis on prevention, free screening for common non-communicable diseases, and three, scholarship grant to medical students. Within the 1 year of registration and 6 months of commencement of activities, the foundation has recorded some modest achievements, such as organized 5 free medical outreach in Lagos and Oyo State, targeting the underserved communities in the marketplace, churches, and the mosques. The foundation has also undertaken screening of over 1,000 persons for various ailments. Establishment of Fajim Wellness Center, in which a registered nurse provided screening free of charges to the community. Today, we shall be presenting scholarship to at least 14 students studying various medical-related courses in the university. We are here today to publicly launch the foundation, present our scorecard, and solicit your assistance towards the realization of the goals and objectives of the foundation. The slogan of the foundation, "Hand in hand, together we can," aptly depicts our strong belief that by joining hands with people of high caliber, dignitaries, and vibrant professionals such as you, we can achieve the aim of improving the health status of Nigerians, particularly the underserved communities.
In his opening remarks, Alhaji Rafiu Ebiti, the chairman of the occasion, commended the initiative of Fajim Medicare with a pledge to continue to support the scholarship scheme.
We thank Almighty Allah for this gesture. For me personally, we cannot quantify how this is, in the sense that our environment is a very tough, and I mean very, very tough challenge. I run away from 2 or 3 things in this country: the police and the hospitals, especially government-funded hospitals. I came to realize that government-funded hospitals have the manpower, but they don't have the equipment. So which one comes first, the equipment or the manpower? So it's easy when you see Nigerian doctors abroad, when they excel, and they do excel. They excel because the equipment are there. I can recollect somebody, he was in bio something, and he had to go to South Africa. And in South Africa, he was doing his master's. The laboratory experiments is that you have to slaughter a goat and take it out piece by piece. And they will show you, and he said, you know, for the whole time I was in Nigeria, we never had the opportunity to slaughter a goat or a ram or any animal for this experience. So we're really in a dilemma in terms of medical support. So this is a welcome, very welcome development. I thank you, ma'am, and I thank you, sir, for the support, because the two go together. If you don't buy into it, it could just be an idea, it could just be a dream, but you are bought into it, and that's what has brought us here today. It's a welcome development, but frankly, honestly, we need a lot of Fajim Medicare foundations in this country. We need it, that is the truth, because health is wealth. And without health, we don't have anything really. You may have all the money, and like I tell people, and I don't understand why people take so much money, because if you take all that money, I'm talking about corruption now, and God in His majesty, He opens the doors of your house. The money is there, but you can't even go out, and you are not a prisoner in your house because you don't have the health. You don't have the health to eat, they have to feed you. You don't have the health to do basic things. They have to potty you. So what exactly are we doing if we don't buy into ourselves? If we don't give health the priority that it deserves? For us as Muslims, we may just take a little bit of it. And that says we should fast 1 month, just 1 month. Why? Most of the time, for 2 reasons. Spiritual cleansing, but most importantly, for our health. Because science has proven that in that 1 month, all your systems get rejuvenated. Because you don't eat, you don't drink for 20 days. So that is the month of shutdown, of plant maintenance, if you call it in engineering. Once in a while, they shut down the whole factory, they grease all and lubricate all. So that 1 month of Ramadan is a month of plant shutdown. And that puts this emphasis on our health. Because without the health, we cannot serve it. I need to commend this gesture. It's pointless for me to say that the Ibeji Foundation will support. It's one of our priorities anyway. We place emphasis on health. We place emphasis on education. What we will do is, I've just asked what they are giving. I think it's a bit small. I think there should be full scholarship and emphasis, I beg you, on the female. Be kind to your women, because they are your committed helpers. Thank you so much.
After a brief citation of the keynote speaker by Haji Amina Muhammad, Alhaji Tunde Pokuola made his presentation hinging on collaboration on the intervention, majorly in the health and education sectors, the main focus of Fajim Medicare Foundation.
Tunde Pokuola, who is an economist, banker, chartered accountant, business development counselor, business manager, and entrepreneur. He's the pioneer managing director, chief executive officer of CRC Credit Bureau Limited since 2008. CRC is the foremost credit bureau in Nigeria. Proud to this, he was the pioneer CEO of Abuja Enterprise Agency, AEA. an agency established by the Federal Capital Territory Administration to stimulate entrepreneurship endeavors and business growth in FCT. Before then, he was in the banking industry, where he rose to the position of the Chief Finance Officer and General Manager. He sits on several boards, mostly chairman and independent director.
Discussion about access to health care is germane and relevant for our gathering here today, and the chairman of education says so. Health is the most important aspect of our life. When one is healthy, one takes health for granted. But once one experiences a slight level of discomfort occasioned by ill health, then every other thing stops. Our fathers are right when they say that health is wealth. The challenge of healthcare in Nigeria is better appreciated from the very many indices that confront us that we see every day. Over the past 3 decades, significant progress has been made globally towards reaching the health-related goals of the Millennium Development Goals then, and then of the Sustainable Development Goals now, especially on child and maternal mortality rates, even though we are still the highest 4th and 8th position, respectively, on those two indices. So we are still poor, even though progress has been made. But the achievements are unequally distributed, with low life expectancy and a disproportionate number of maternal and internal deaths still occurring in sub-Saharan Africa. The slow progress is a result of both ineffective programs that lack community involvement and participation, and lack of facility-based service delivery strategies. And Nigeria is a good example in this regard. The Nigeria healthcare system is broken, and we need to fix it. Nigeria is endowed, but we are a poor country. The creation of social capital is one way that has been proved to be positive in increasing access to Medicare for the poor and the vulnerable in a lot of European and emerging economies. Social capital refers to the futures of social organizations, such as trust, norms, and networks that can improve the efficiency of society by facilitating coordinated actions. We should take active part in looking for innovative ways to get healthcare delivery to the greatest number through social capital creation. We should assist in the formation of groups and support groups already in existence to discuss healthcare issues. It can be on the importance of checking blood pressure, it can be importance of sugar level, recommended hygiene practices, and so basic things like that. We can form groups as healthcare professionals to help people to be educated. And that will reduce the number of people who even visit the hospitals and people who die as a result of ignorance from healthcare service, ignorance on healthcare facilities. Again, it will lower costs of access to healthcare. To conclude, we are here today to attest to the fact that Professor Fajim Medicare has taken a stand. She has established Fajim Medicare Foundation to get healthcare services to the poor and also support the training of healthcare personnel through scholarship scheme. A lot of us can support this foundation so that the services can reach more people than our family's resources can muster and deliver. A lot of you can really run this initiative to assist the NGO achieve more coverage with greater impact in a very short time. This was what the colleagues of Dr. Ferra Cordezo did in Brazil. It is the same thing we have seen with Parkinson Net Initiative in the Netherlands. And those of us who are familiar with the US, it is also the same concept that you see in the neighborhood nursing concept in the US. So if you cannot support her initiative, you can also explore other initiatives, alliances and formations in your areas of influence and expertise. You can even go to your village, just like I've gone to my village, even though I'm not a medical doctor, to give, to help them organize themselves in an administered community-based health insurance scheme. You can organize special lectures on that special area of yours. It can be in nutrition, it can be in checking blood level, it can be in sugar level. At those special platforms, we have religious platforms, we have cooperative platforms, we have so many of platforms in Nigeria that we can leverage on to be able to use the concept of social capital to get healthcare to the people. At the end of the day, we are looking for incremental impact. That is, how many more people we are able to help to have access to healthcare. We are looking for how many more people are we able to help to cultivate new healthy habits. We are looking for how many more people we are able to help to summon courage and gain enough confidence to share their health problems with other people so that they can get it solved and get help where they need help. We are looking for more people, incremental impact, for those to support others to contribute financially and otherwise to the healthcare of other people. We all need help. We all need to help to change the world. My message to you, all of you here today, is that there are so many ways we can use to change the world, especially in healthcare delivery to the poor and the vulnerable in our society. I challenge you, whatever you can do or dream, you can begin it now. Begin it now. Be bold. Professor Karim has started. She's bold. She has begun. Join her crusade. If you cannot join her crusade, start something on your own. If you cannot start something on your own, join other groups and let us see how we can address all these challenges. Government cannot fix all of this. Simple information, simple knowledge, simple bringing together to share experience can help all of us to reduce the incidents that we see all over the world. The future of healthcare is in coming together either as professionals to help deliver medical care more efficiently and to lower costs to more people and in helping to organize groups for healthcare delivery, especially for the poor and the vulnerable. I thank you for this opportunity to speak, and I thank you for listening to me.
Taking guests through the achievement of Fajim Medicare, the founder, a pathologist of repute, Professor Fatima Biade Abdulkarim, made a slideshow presentation of the various outreaches and health intervention programs to the admiration of all.
Fajim stands for Fatima, Al-Amin, Jamil, Ibrahim, and Mariam. So it was incorporated, and what our vision? To be the foremost non-governmental organization, non-religious organization, because people will say, oh, there are so many people in hijab here today, yes, because they're my sisters, but it is a non-religious organization committed to improving the health status of Nigerians with emphasis on the underserved community. Our core values are professionalism, integrity, and empathy. Our activities revolve around three core areas. One is health education. So anywhere we are, we give health talk to talk about common diseases, particularly common diseases like hypertension, diabetes, and how to prevent them. We also go screening people, and when we identify people that are at risk, we refer them to the hospital. And then scholarship, because part of the problem that we have is not just about people not going to the hospital, it's not just about the facilities that are not available, it is also about personnel. So we want to catch them young. We want to encourage people to go into medical-related courses. We want to also support them and, give them that leadership skill, inculcating them that, spirit of, yes, I have been trained, I must stay back and do something for my community. So far we have had 6 medical outreaches, and like I said, each time we go out like that, we give health education and we carry out screening for hypertension, diabetes, HIV, hepatitis sometimes, malaria, breast cancer, and cervical cancer. In all, we have screened about 1,357 persons, and you can see the map showing the various activities that we have had. The very first one was in February, where we screened women, we did pap smear, did breast examination. Luckily, all of them were negative. And then during that same month in February, the criteria was having a seminar, so we were there to do basic screening for them. And then during Ramadan, we did one, and then we said charity begins at home. So we've got to do, before we start really going far, we had to go to our base. So we went to Igora, and in the popular Togo market, we screened over 300 persons. We also collaborated in August with the Methodist Church to go to Ijora to screen. And then all these outreaches, we just don't screen, we also treat. So we give out free drugs as well. And then on the International Girl Child Day, we collaborated with Ames Media to screen young girls for breast lumps. So one of the things we realize is that a lot of people, yes, they may not know they have something. And then later on when they get diagnosed, they're given drugs. They think that at the end of taking the medication, they think that is the end of the day, that they don't need to continue to go to the hospital. But majority of all these non-communicable diseases, hypertension, diabetes, and so on, they need follow-up. And, some of them will think, oh, to go to the hospital now, go and line up, and then I get there now, drug. How do I do it? And we also realize that in most chemists around, there are blood pressure apparatus, there are facilities to do blood sugar, but they do it for them, they don't do it free. So we decided, what should we do? So we opened a center in Igora, and then employed a nurse who opens the place 3 times a week, 3 hours a day, and people come in to measure their BP and do all the other parameters. And we have a standard referral paper that as soon as something is discovered, then they encourage them to go to the hospital. So that's the wellness center. We call it Fajim Wellness Center. Yeah. So far we are seeing up to the end of September, we are seeing about 500 persons at that center with average visit of 62 per month. There was that increase in July because we were there, and there was publicity all over the place when we were at Towabo Market. So a lot of people came. So some of the findings, we find out that majority of people that will come are those, in that age group from 50 and above. And what are the basic health problems? Hypertension. Over 1/3 of persons that came are hypertensive. Diabetes, just about 6%, and majority of these also are hypertensive. Then other things that will make you to know that you must watch it is BMI. So we encourage them to monitor their BMI because the higher it is, the more likely the risk of having hypertension and diabetes. And what we also discovered is that just about 30% of persons that came with one ailment or the other were on medication. Majority of them were not on medication. In fact, majority of them were first-time discovery. So one of the things we also do is to, social media engagement on World Hepatitis Day and so on and so forth. Next. So I talked about World Cancer Day. That was the very first one that we did with the specialist laboratory. Next. And these are the women. In addition to doing pap smear and breast examination, we also carried out blood pressure check and so on. Yes, and then I gave a lecture to them on cancer. And there was also a lecture during the Criterion seminar delivered. We saw over 100 persons, and majority of them, maybe about 1/3 of them had one thing or the other. Okay, that's the program. One of the things we also do is to give out tracts. Next. Okay, this is a picture of what we, when we were here in Idiaraba during Ramadan, and that's the team. Next. We give out drugs free of charge, and those that were discovered to have one thing or the other were referred. Next. And this is the Togo, where we saw over 300 persons. Next. Yes. And in fact, a lot of our community leaders were present. One of them is the and some important personalities charities in the community who also even came not to just give us support, but also to have their parameters checked. And then in August, we collaborated with the Methodist Church to organize free screening and treatment also for adults. They were not just members of the church, they were members from the community, and those are some of the pictures. Yes, Professor Banjo was there because I was far away in Ghana at that time. It was Professor Banjo that led the delegation, and it was a very, very successful. In fact, when they wrote us to appreciate us, they wanted us to come back and set up something like what we have in Igora, a wellness center, and by God's grace, we're going to do that. The announcement for scholarship, and then gave so wide a date, almost 2 months. And what did we have? Over 2,000 applications. And we say, wow, from where are we going to get the money? So we decided charity begins at home. Let us start from Oyo State. So we decided to screen those from Oyo State alone, and that's what we have. They had a CBT. It was done at the Unilag CBT Center, and after that there was an oral interview. So one of the things we just did this last week, some of our students, AMSU, Association of Medical Students of Unilag, they were having medical outreach. We donated drugs to them, and they were very happy. They were at Idiaraba and Moshin. We donated drugs to them to support the activity. So this is all that we've been doing, and all I'm left to do is to thank our BOT, all the executive and working committees. We extend the appreciation to them. We also thank those who are, because people will say, how did you get the money? Yes, from family and friends. That's all we've been doing. That's how we've been getting the money.
Beautiful presentation elicited goodwill messages from the guests in attendance.
Effort at informing Nigerians about their health and empowering our young ones who will take over from all of us. I pray that all this will go well, will go from glory to glory, and God will continue to replenish your resources and also give you a long life to continue this passion that you'll be back on.
On behalf of the staff and students of the College of Medicine, I want to congratulate the Fajim Medicare Foundation for this laudable initiative. From the point of view of college, what thrills me even more, because one of the objectives of this foundation is scholarship to our young students.
I'd like to congratulate her and the Fajim family for this laudable initiative. I must tell you that Professor Fajim Medicare is just living to the words of Islam, to the words of the Quran. In Quran chapter 63 verse 10, it talks a lot about helping the needy, extending your hands of fellowship to others, and that's what Fajim is all about. Helping the needy and then giving scholarship. I must congratulate her for working at talk. She has always been talking about the Quran, and now she's working at talk.
When conversations are had about what the minimum requirements are for a thriving society, a thriving economy, I think healthcare and education are two key areas that come out very strongly. And I'd just like to congratulate you for this effort. For the beneficiaries, I just wanted to speak to the beneficiaries and say that, to congratulate them for all their hard work. I was talking to Professor Abdulkarim about what the criteria was for picking awardees, and I think you mentioned that their work and how well they're doing is a key factor. I just want to say well done in that respect, and you need to keep it up. There are a lot of people that require the assistance that you are being given, And so the opportunity you have, you need to use it very properly. And to everybody here, there's something I want to say about giving. Sometimes when we look at the sheer size of the gap and the requirement, we feel that it is too big for us to contribute. And because we feel it is too big, we then do nothing. And what then happens when everybody does nothing is that nothing happens and nothing changes. My personal belief is you need to do what you can with what you have, where you are. So it can be Lagos, it can be Ibadan, it can be Abuja, it can be a small village in Niger. Your responsibility is to give back to every single community in which you are with what you have. And when you have the multitudes putting in their widow's mite, you see huge change happen. So I encourage you to support this initiative as I will be doing, and God bless all of you.
To spice up the event, the co-anchor took out time to make a presentation on the spoken word.
I solemnly pledge to give my life to the service of humanity. I will do everything and practice my profession with conscience and dignity. Wait, did you notice that when I said my medical declaration, my hands went to my chest with so much confidence? Not one finger, not two, not three, but my hand. Even our hands understand the beauty in unity, the greatness in collaboration, and the uniqueness in togetherness. I can go on and on to tell you about the hands, but today I won't be talking about that. I will be telling you about a game called football, where there are teams that work for one major goal, which is to keep the fans loyal and happy. Because trust me, without the fans, any football team only plays and they're like a fan with no blade. Also, there are teammates, the ones who strike, the ones who defend, the ones who keep, the ones who substitute. There's the else team, there's the one G. Henry the real. A late American poet. I ingested, I intellectualized, and since then, my life has not remained the same. Wait, it's funny how we know that companion we keep is only allowing us to have moves of dirt. It's funny how we know we have power embedded in us to have energetic moves and dance. And you know the funniest, we know this and we do nothing. I ask, is it fear? Is it anxiety to blow, or are we just scared to show? I've had this on and on, but then I have a trail of thoughts. Listen, if Barack Obama, the former president of the United States of America, had listened to the voice of his white companions that said, having a black American rule America is only a dream, perhaps the dream of Sir Martin Luther King Jr. would have remained nothing but a dream. If Oprah Winfrey listened to the voice of the one who molested her in Mississippi and chose deep poverty, perhaps she'll never be on the Forbes list, she will only be a citizen. And if our dear Ma, the Professor Abdul has chosen to listen to the voice that said having a foundation in Nigeria is a waste of time, you and I will not be here today. So ladies and gentlemen, there will always be people playing their beats for you to stop or not show how you are, but no, listen to your drummer as he plays the beats of excellence, beauty, diligence, and do it well. And for that very little heart asking me, how do I do it? It's simple. The letters dance. D-A-N-C-E-D. Do it, no matter what people say. A, allow it. When the energy comes in you and you really want to show, do it. Just allow the energy flow. N, nail it. Whatever is worth doing at all is worth doing well. C, control it. And E, ladies and gentlemen, remember life is short, so you live only once. So when you do the D, when you do the A, when you do the N, and you do the C, remember the E, enjoy it.
Professor Kumbi Olabanjo solicited for collaboration and partnership from all to support the various projects of the organization.
From what the founder has said, we have three main areas of focus: health education, medical outreach programs for free screening diagnosis and treatment where possible, and scholarship for undergraduate medical students. If you partner with us, we're able to do a lot more and achieve more. Because our motto says, hand in hand, together we can.
The official launch was heralded with fireworks with the eminent guest, the formal launch by the chairman Alhaji Rafiu Ebite, with the keynote speaker standing in for him.
Hereby launch Fajim Medicare Foundation to the glory of God and for service to humanity.
Dr. Ari Adisa was on hand to take guests on the screening process, and students that cut across various communities in Oyo State, studying medical-related courses in different universities. The lucky awardees of the scholarship scheme were all present with their family members to receive their checks.
On behalf of Fajim Medicare Foundation, I present to you a sum of 100,000 as scholarship. Fajim is supporting you. God will grant you success to finish, and you also will support humanity.
Hello.
On behalf of Fajim, I'd like to present this check of 100,000 to support the education. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Really proud. And I'm sure that you're going to use it well and continue to excel. You're recognized for excellence. Keep working.
Present this check to support your scholarship. Congratulations. Present this check to you. Congratulations. I'm sure you will continue to excel in your studies. Congratulations.
So, on behalf of Fajim, I'd like to present this check of 100,000 to support the education. Thank you very much.
Present this check of 100,000 to you and wish you all the best in your endeavors. On behalf of Fajim Medicare Foundation, I present this check to you. I pray that the Lord will continue to be with you and uphold in your studies. I pray that you will be greater than what we are today.
On the behalf of Fajim Medicare Foundation, we give you this 100,000 to further your education. We pray for you that it's going to grow more and more and more and more. And when you two finish, you're going to deliver and help humanity. God bless you.
On behalf of Fajim Medicare, I present this check to you, 100,000 naira. I wish you success, brilliant success in your studies, and I wish and hope you will also be able to give scholarship to people, to give back to the society in future, inshallah. Barakallahu fi.
On behalf of Fajim Medical Foundation, I present this check worth 100,000 as scholarship to further and support your education.
In his closing remarks, Alhaji Adewale Shonaike, the Amir of Companions, spoke on behalf of the chairman of the occasion, Alhaji Rafiu Adisa Ibiti, encouraged all to align with the slogan of Fajim Medicare Foundation, hand in hand together we can, by collaborating with the organization and adding value in different ways.
We want to appreciate the founder of the foundation and all the people that work as board of trustees of this foundation. So I want to congratulate you for taking the task to go about this. It is something that is very, very germane to our life, not only because it is medical, but because beyond providing medical services, the foundation has gone into the award of scholarship for people that will help in the course of advancement of education in Nigeria. It is worthy of emulation, like I said, and it is something that we are proud of to be part of. And I am happy personally to be here today. I'm even more impressed to see the extent of achievement that this foundation has done over the years.
The vote of thanks by Professor Kumbi Banjo, followed by the national anthem, rounded off the ceremony.
The Board of Trustees of Fajim Medicare Foundation, thank you. Each time we call upon you, you're always there to give us your advice and your support. A very big thank you to everybody that has contributed to this. And I also want to assure you that we'll put your money to proper use, and you find us accountable. At any time you ask us for the statement of account, you'll be able to get one. And we promise that this money will be used for the benefit of those that we have said we are going to take for, the less privileged, and for undergraduate medical students.
The AIMS media crew interacted with the founder, guests, and members of the BOT as they expressed their thoughts.
I thank God that it was successful. Exactly the way we have planned it. God allowed it to go just like that, because all the guests that we invited were present. All the scholars that we gave grants to were present with their parents. All our other invited guests, the BOT and committee members of Fajim were all present. It was really successful.
This is a laudable initiative from one of us, a professor of pathology, who thinks she has the power, the means to gather people together, to gather resources and give succor to those who otherwise would not have such opportunities. I'm also delighted that children are brought into this, as well as mothers, because when you inform mothers, the whole family is informed. So I must congratulate Professor Abdul Karim for this laudable initiative.
This is a very beautiful event. It's a study in how to intervene in social intervention to do more for the vulnerable and the poor in the society. It's a call to action to each and every one of us who are professionals in whatever way we find ourselves and who are blessed one way or the other to see what we can do to impact society, to impact life.
I am so happy, and I am grateful to God Almighty for making it possible. I pray that He accepts it from us. I pray that He makes the scholars that we are giving scholarship today, make them successful in their different fields.
I feel great. The support, understanding, and turnout is massive. And it's just for me to thank God and thank people who have supported us. It's really very impressive.
The turnout was wonderful, and the generosity of our guests was unexpected. We were able to at least have enough to take care of our projected budget for next year.
I'm so happy that it turned out as successful as we wanted it to be. Next year's one is a lot better than this year, inshallah.
We wish Fajim Medicare Foundation more successes in intervening in health and education sectors. Amen.